From Horizon Forbidden West to Sniper Elite 5, 2022's had some epic game releases, but the crowning jewel of 2022, God of War Ragnarok, is another month away. Still, October's got plenty of games that'll keep you busy until Santa Monica Studio comes through. In this video, we're taking a look at 8 new games that are releasing in October, including a new Warhammer 40k game and Bayonetta 3. Let's get started. First up is Overwatch 2. The original Overwatch took the internet by storm in 2016. We loved its cartoonish art style, accessibility, and diverse array of characters to choose from. The good news is that the sequel Overwatch 2 is set to release on October 4th. According to PC Gamer, the free-to-play multiplayer is going to function as a revamp for existing Overwatch PvP. Apparently, this means that it's less of a sequel and more of a relaunch, replacing the original game, and honestly, we're not psyched about that, since Rockstar's poor launch of the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition showed that you can't just replace an OG. Still, Blizzard Entertainment said that Overwatch 2, they're enabling cross-platform with cross-progression, meaning anyone can access the game for free and play with their friends, so there is still a chance it'll turn out great. Now, the overall gameplay's essentially the same. A bunch of players create teams comprising the hero's characters and engaging in PvP battles. The original classes Damage, Tank, and Support are also still in the game. Hanzo, Genji, Tracer, and Widowmaker are some of our favorite faces are coming back. New faces include Junker Queen, Kiriko, and Sojourn. We're particularly excited about Junker Queen. To sweeten the deal, Blizzard's making 6 new maps and over 30 new skins available on the day of launch, and Season 2 of the game set for release on December 6, 2002. From what we know, Season 2 will have at least 1 new character and 1 additional new map, and it's gonna get even more maps, modes, battle passes, and other awesome features next year. Coming up is LEGO Brick Tales. If you've ever played a LEGO game, it's for you to flex your creative muscles in a fun-filled adventure story. On October 12th, Clockstone and Thunderful are releasing LEGO Brick Tales, which is more of what we've come to expect from the LEGO group. Brick Tales features 5 new gorgeous diorama biomes, from a Caribbean island to a medieval castle, and all of them are LEGO themed. You get new puzzles and many other challenges which you've solved using your own creative processing. The game environments involve building anything from a bridge to a throne using LEGO bricks. If you want to practice your skills on a previous LEGO game before playing Brick Tales, you could check out LEGO Brawls, a mobile game that became playable on consoles in September. Next, we have A Plague Tale: Requiem. Asobo Studio and Focus Entertainment released A Plague Tale: Innocence back in 2019. No one expected much from it, but it became a sleeper hit of the year. Innocence won several major gaming awards because of its narrative-driven experience and engaging gameplay, and now they're releasing its sequel, Requiem. It's set to release on October 18th, featuring a story set 6 months after the original in the 14th century France. You'll be following Amicia once more in the heart of the Black Death and the 100 Years' War. Her job is to keep herself and her younger brother Hugo safe from both the plague and soldiers of the infamous Inquisition. But there's something curious about Hugo. He suffers from a strange curse called Echo that somehow controls the hordes of rats who will devour the Inquisitors standing in their way. Like the original, you'll be using a mix of stealth and action to move around. Amicia has her trusty crossbow, so it'll be easy to take down Inquisition soldiers from a distance. But remember to stay in the light or risk being eaten by the rats. For now, Warhammer 40k, Shootas, Blood, and Teeth. The fun and engaging 2D side-scroller is back, released on October 20th and developed by Rogue Side. Shoota's Blood and Teeth features the same cartoon-like graphics and extremely exciting gameplay. Warhammer 40k isn't something you'd want to miss, so it'll be available on every major platform you can imagine, including the Nintendo Switch. The story's set on an alien planet, Lutius Alpha. You're going to be tasked with rescuing your heir Squig from the despot war boss Ogrut Gutreka. We know that's a mouthful, but trust us, it'll be really fun. On the way, you'll have to fight everyone from humans to orcs. What makes the Warhammer fun are the comical dialogues and hand-drawn art, plus you'll have flamethrowers, badass machine guns, and more. There are also attributes within the game like Teeth and Wah, which can be used in situations such as destroying enemies or even getting a hat. With co-op online play available, it's a game you and your friends will love. Up next is Gotham Knights. We're really glad that Gotham Knights is one of those AAA games that wasn't delayed until next year, year, and you can get your DC-loving mittens on it on October 21st. Despite the fact that it's being developed by Warner Bros. Game Montreal, it's gonna be different from the Arkham series. For one thing, it'll follow Batman's allies and family members, Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood after his death. Even Commissioner Gordon is dead. So, this gives the villains of Gotham free reign over the city, including Penguin, Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, and the Court of Owls. And they're just some of the most infamous names in Batman's rogues gallery. And speaking of Quinn, the game will feature an older version of the character, Patrick Redding. The game director told IGN this change influenced the gameplay and the cinematics, so we're psyched to see how that worked out. And best of all, it features Gotham City as an open world, giving players the freedom to explore and interact with the environment in whichever way they choose. Coming up is Saturnalia. This one's the only survival horror adventure game on our list. Saturnalia, releasing October 27th, makes players explore an eerie and isolated village. You'll have to do anything and everything you can to stop an ancient ritual from taking place. What makes matters worse is that the village is designed like a labyrinth, according to indie developer Santa Ragione. No two things will appear similar. You'll need some brain power to remember the paths within the environment, especially when you realize you have a limited number of matches to light the way. Oh, and every time you die, the village will change its appearance. So once you're revived, the roads, buildings, and other markers to identify different sections of the map won't be in the same place. This gives us major Vanish vibes, except we hope this doesn't make us rage quit the same way Markiplier did. But what makes Saturnalia special is the influence of Sardonian folklore. To enhance the experience, Santa Ragione used stop motion and rotoscoping techniques from movies. Even the audio is inspired by Italian mystery and fiction classics from the 70s. Next up is Bayonetta 3. Fans have been waiting for nearly 8 years for the next Bayonetta, and on October 28th, that will finally be over. Our biggest question is how Platinum Games will outdo itself after Bayonetta 2. The franchise has always featured some of the most satisfying action gameplay in recent years. The first Bayonetta's on our personal top 10 list for best action games of all time. Part of what makes it so epic is how approachable it is. You don't need lightning-quick reflexes to activate Witch Time, but it's not a game where you can chill out either, so it'll keep you on your toes while delivering some of the best action sequences ever. Bayonetta 3 promises more of what fans have come to expect, with new demons, new weapons, and hopefully some new badass moves. There's even a second protagonist named Viola this time around. She's a katana-wielding badass that we haven't seen or heard much of, but are sure she'll still be as badass as Cereza. Finally, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. One of the biggest military-based game franchises is back, folks. Modern Warfare 2 is also releasing on October 28th along with Bayonetta 3. It's the latest in the long line of Modern Warfare games, which are some of the best Call of Duty has to offer. Modern Warfare 2 will have players following key characters from the 2019 reboot. They'll be forming Task Force 141 and getting ready to face their greatest threat yet. The game is set in 2022 with missions spread across America, Asia, and Europe. We'll see a lot of new faces and a few old ones, including Farah, Soap, Ghost, and Prince. Infinity Ward has a special early access edition featuring the campaign mode for those who pre-order the game. While the official full version is still releasing on October 28th, the special access will be launched on October 20th, and benefits include using free content immediately on Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone. Personally, we're just gonna wait for the 28th since Vanguard was, not the greatest. And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for watching. Which games are you most excited for? Tell us down below, and as always, be sure to give us a huge thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more gaming updates. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.